Welcome to another Unitrend Certified Administrator course. Today we're going to be covering NAS Backups. Coming to the Configure tab under the Protected Assets tab, we can choose to add in a NAS device. The protocol may vary just depending on the NAS and the way that you're using it. NFS is typically from like Linux systems or just SAN devices, and CIFS is the same as the Windows file sharing protocol. So if you have a Windows network share, this is typically a CIFS share. Looking at my file server here, I can see that I've got an ISOs directory that I'd like to be able to protect. So I'll call this ISOs, and the share name is ISOs. And for the IP address here, I can either use the server name if I have DNS configured correctly, but we will typically prefer that you use the IP address, as this will ensure that if DNS goes down, things continue to work correctly. From there, we'll log in with our username and password. This is typically your domain credentials, just without the domain. You will note that we did have another option in here, known as NDMP. NDMP is vendor specific, and we support EMC and NetApp devices. However, this is a vendor-locked type of backup, meaning that if my EMC device were to fail, I'd have to have one that it looks exactly the same in order to be able to do a recovery back to it. So typically we will not recommend NDMP type backups. To do a backup schedule, we'll just come to the Protect menu under Backup. Then from the drop-down here, we can choose the type of NAS. From there, I can select the NAS share that I'd like to be able to protect, come to the Edit menu, and under here, you'll see that we are protecting all volumes on this by default. If we need to exclude something from the backup, we'll need to come to Exclusion, choose Browse, and then find whatever files or folders that we don't want to protect. So, for example, if I didn't want this, I could just put it on the right-hand side. I can also shift-click and drag and drop items if I need to as well. On the next page, our default recommendation is incremental forever for everything that supports it, though you may feel more comfortable rerunning fulls on a regular basis, full every Sunday versus incremental every other day. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll set this up to where we run a full the first Saturday, incrementals every other day. But again, incremental forever is supported across the board. Typically with scheduling looking like something like 6 a.m. recurring every hour until 6 p.m. for customers that need to be backing up more than once a day. If you have further questions about these backup types, please check out our support guides online or Kaseya University. And if you're ever unsure what types you should be running, just reach out to our support team. We'll be more than happy to guide you. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful day.